Hello, everyone. I'm Charity Dunker, and welcome to another edition of Inside Government. On this edition of Inside Government, my guests will be the members of the Safety Ambassadors Program, namely Mistress Olga Mussington Service, Head of Student Support Services Division and Chairperson of the Safety Ambassadors Committee, Mr. Silvanico Pauletta, Section Head, Prevention, Preparation, Education and Training, St. Martin Fire Department, also member, Mr. Clemente Jones, Blue Chef Disaster, St. Martin Fire Department, member as well, Miss Charitza Peterson, social worker, Student Support Services Division, member as well. And last but not least, Ms. Ernica van Putten, Disaster Risk Reduction Team in Netherlands Red Cross, and she's also a member. Welcome to this edition, everyone. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks for having us.
Fantastic, and hope you are as well.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks
You're
for having us.
Most welcome, most welcome. On Friday, September 10, 2021, the committee presented a program manual to the Honorable Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Dr. Anders Rudolph Samuel, which was the launch date of the program whereby Ms. Mussington called the committee members who was present as well on the stage, so to speak, on the day of presenting the manual. And she also mentioned that this is her baby. Now, I'd like to know the sentiments of everyone on that day of the launch. We'll start off with Ms. Olga Mussington Service. What was it like for you on that day?
Oh, it was a great feeling to see the plan coming together and to have everyone there celebrating in the result of all of our hard labor. So it was a great feeling.
Mr. Silvanico Pauletta, what was it like for you?
It was actually really great to finally hold the final product in the hand and see the quality and also receive the feedback, the positive feedback from all those who saw it, including the minister and everybody else who is actually catered for.
Mr. Clemente Jones, and your feelings.
Yes, my feelings, it was a great feelings to see all the hard work coming together, and then the team, the joy, and then we had a school. Everybody was really excited on the progress we had made.
Charitza?
For me, this was a really joyous moment to see all the hard work come into fruition, as well as to see the entire team, as well as the stakeholders who were there who would benefit from this information.
And last but not least, Ms. Van Putten, Ernica?
Yes, my feeling, it was ecstatic. I am excited, I can't wait for it to roll out. It was seeing that everyone else was as excited as I was. So great.
Congratulations once again. And now let's dive in to more info as to what all this program will entail and what we can expect. Who is the brainchild behind this program? Mr. Silvanico, you'd like to go ahead and answer that?
Yes, well, the fire department has been visiting schools for decades to educate the youth on fire safety. And we wanted to have a more structural approach to bringing safety to the children. And we found the perfect partner in the Ministry of Education, especially in the person of Ms. Olga Mussington. And I have to say, the child is the program is a child of many brains, even including the teachers and the children for who it's actually intended.
Okay. The committee, who was the committee formed by whom exactly? Miss Olga, if you can mention that.
Sure.
How was it formed?
Yes, after Silvanico and I met and we discussed what we thought should be is needed to be able to bring a structural way to deal with not only fire safety but disaster risk reduction and all the hazards and the information that the students need to them. The safety ambassadors concept was born, but we knew that we couldn't do it alone. And we had meetings individually with Thomas Markey, and we were all excited about this brainchild, and he got excited as well, and he joined, and he brought with him Mr. Sean Peterson. And quickly after that, we then had someone from the AUC who was interested, and he also joined us. And then Sharita Peterson came on board. But of course, as people come on board, some persons had to leave due to other responsibilities, and they were replaced in the persons from the Netherlands Red Cross. And that is how Ernica came on board to work with us. And this group of people is like, we came together organically. And it was just a perfect match. And we worked in a manner that was exciting. It didn't seem like work. And getting this program to where it's at today, it seemed effortless for all of us. It was a great experience.
Pretty much sounds like a dynamic team that you have, dynamic 5, right? As to objective and goals of the program, Sharita, can you share with us by unmuting your mic? What are the goals and objectives?
Absolutely. So the goal and objective of the Safety Ambassador Program is to support a culture of safety within the schools. And what does that mean? So we want to make school safety an integral part of the school system. And this includes making sure that school safety is considered in all of the activities that are undertaken within the school. And the Safety Ambassador Program contributes to that by introducing students to the language used in disaster risk reduction, developing their awareness about the different forms of hazards, both human-made and natural-made natural hazards, as well as teaching specific behaviors that they can use to protect themselves from harm. And the goal is, in doing so, that these students, these safety ambassadors, would be able to play a critical role in their families, educating their families and communities.
Okay, thank you very much for answering on that note. Also, we're going to be taking a break. Once again, this is Inside Government, and I'm being joined with the ambassadors of the Safety Committee program. Do stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
All persons, even those who have received a COVID-19 vaccine, must continue to maintain physical distance, wear a mask to protect themselves and their communities, and thoroughly wash their hands. Patience is key and commitment is essential. The ability to keep each other safe and healthy is literally in our hands.
Hi, I took the vaccine. Ik ben gevaccineerd.
I took the vaccine.
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 I took the vaccine. Me vacuné. Vacúnate.
I took the vaccine.
Oui, j'ai pris le vaccin.
I took the vaccine.
Moi prends un vaccin.
I took the vaccine.
Be part of the solution. I will do my part.
Welcome back to this edition of Inside Government. Right before the break, we were in talks with Ms. Sharita Peterson as committee member, whereby she explained the goal and objective of the program. Now, moving forward, my next question: what is the Safety Ambassadors Program really? Ms. Olga Mussington, if you can share as well, please.
Yes, the Safety Ambassadors Program is a student-centered disaster risk reduction program for students of Group 6 of our elementary schools. This program is facilitated by the teachers of Group 6, and the teachers receive a digital facilitator, a teacher's guide to assist them, which contains lesson plans, PowerPoint presentations, videos, etc., to make the program an interesting and fun one for the students. At the end of the program, the students sit an exam, and if successful, they are then called safety ambassadors.
Exciting. Exciting. So will they receive like a badge of honor or something to symbolize? What do they receive, if I may ask?
Yes, at the end, they will receive a certificate as a safety ambassador, and they will also receive a badge that they can place on their uniforms, recognizing them as a safety ambassador within their schools.
Mm-hmm. With this all been said, it seems like it took quite a while to work on this program. Mr. Clemente Jones, exactly what was the amount of time it took into putting all of this together in order before launch date?
Yes, this program started from since September 2019. After developing a concept note, right, we agreed to the pilot schools who will take part in the program. And then we had a focus group also with the children, hearing what they want to put into the book. That make it excited for us to the team, And as we continue going, we hear the views from the students and what they want to see into the book. And there which part we come up with the different topics, with bullying, cyber, all of this internet, all of these type of things get into the program.
Mm-hmm. And the duration, how long did it take though to get it all underway?
Okay, you could say 2 years. 2 years.
Very nice and a smart way to go about it, to have the children really involved and also giving their input as to what they would like to see come out of the program. It's a good move to make. Moving right along, how has the committee, also been participating with the schools? How many schools are going to be partaking? If you could list those names of schools as well, Sharitza.
So we have 3 schools are going to be participating in the pilot program, and these are the Hillside Christian School, Asher Stevens Campus, the Seventh-day Adventist School, and the Leonard Connor School. And these schools were chosen based on their responsiveness to the school safety communications, their activities within the safety and emergency teams, and the diversity of their school population. And it was also important for us to be able to gauge their willingness, their willingness to participate in the pilot, their commitment to execute the program, as well as to incorporate the safety ambassadors within their school safety initiatives. So these were important part in selecting the 3 schools, pilot schools.
Okay, sounds like a lot of work in organizing. The various schools will be participating in the pilot program, right? As you mentioned, the various names and also diversities within the school and also the class. What levels are they then for the program that was chosen? Sharitza, we can have you on that.
Thank you. So this program is the group 6 or grade 4 students will be participating in this program.
Okay. What are the plans for including more schools, Ms. Olga Mussington?
It is our intention to have a phased approach to the inclusion of other schools. So in January next year, we as a committee will be contacting other schools via their school boards to gauge their interest in being part of the second cohort. And ultimately, our aim is that all of our elementary schools be executing the Safety Ambassadors Program by the 2024-2025 school year. Mm-hmm. So we are definitely including this across all schools at the elementary level.
Mm-hmm. Also was mentioned during this interview that they will be receiving upon completion the badge and also certificate, but the title. What title will students be given once full participation has been completed?
Yeah, the title, like what Ms. Mussington had mentioned, the students will be given the title of Safety Ambassador. And with this, we will be giving them a formal recognition in front of their peers. So you imagine as they finish this program in front of the whole school, they being recognized, that'd be great, because we planning with this program to also build leadership in the children at that age coming up.
Okay, and I think that will be something that they'll walk around proudly, for weeks.
That's the idea.
That's the idea.
Not only weeks, for years to come as the group. Yeah.
Indeed. And also, how do you envision safety ambassadors working with safety emergency teams, which is very important, Ms. Olga Mussington-Service? How do you envision that?
Yes, we were able, together with the school board and the schools, to install safety and emergency teams in all of our elementary and secondary schools. And how we envision the safety ambassadors playing a major part is that we believe that if you're trying to create a culture of safety within our schools, you cannot do it without the children themselves, without the youth. Because if you plan programs or initiatives for youth without including them, it will fail. And who better to reach a young person than another young person? And so the safety and emergency teams should include the safety ambassadors in their initiatives, in their programs, even when they're doing assessments of their school to see potential hazards of the school, hear the young people perspective of that. So I'm quite interested because here we are also not only developing leadership skills, but also honing that sense of responsibility and accountability for their school and their communities.
Mm-hmm. And also, we'll be taking a break. Hold that thought. We'll continue on more on Inside edition of this program, Inside Government, with the committee members of the Safety Ambassadors program. Stay tuned.
Mr. Otley, and I'm here to inform you, World Mental Health Day is recognized yearly on the 10th of October. The aim of commemorating this day is to raise awareness of mental health issues and to mobilize efforts in support of mental health. Mental health issues have been affecting people for many decades, but the COVID-19 pandemic has played a major role on everyone's mental health. Some groups, including health workers, frontline workers, students, people living alone, and those with pre-existing mental health conditions have all been affected. The theme of this year's awareness campaign is Mental Health Care for All. Let us make this a reality. This year's theme underlines the pressing need to focus sufficiently on health beyond the physical in this world struggling with coronavirus. As Minister of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor, I am cognizant of the effects of mental health in all three areas, especially the labor. People of St. Martin, please note, I am doing my best to fight diligently against mental health in St. Martin and provide the best care possible. It is important to recognize when you or someone is in need of help. If you do not know where to go, I urge you, contact your primary care provider. If not, have a conversation, talk with a close friend. Therapy can save a life. I would like to leave you with a quote from Mr. Glenn Close that goes, "What mental health needs is more sunlight, more candor, and more unshamed conversation. Do not be ashamed. Have the conversation. It can save a life." Happy Mental Health Day.
Did you know? Chapter 2 of our Constitution focuses on citizens' fundamental rights and freedoms and outlaws the death penalty as a form of capital punishment. A person can be forced to do community service as forced labor or mandatory work. Every person has basic human rights that must be protected by law and cannot be violated by any law, not even our Constitution.
All persons, even those who have received a COVID-19 vaccine, must continue to maintain physical distance, wear a mask to protect themselves and their communities, and thoroughly wash their hands. Patience is key and commitment is essential. The ability to keep each other safe and healthy is literally in our hands.
Hi, I took the vaccine. Ik ben gevaccineerd.
I took the vaccine.
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 I took the vaccine. Me vacuné. Vacúnate.
I took the vaccine.
Oui, j'ai pris le vaccin. I took the vaccine.
Moi prends vaccin.
I took the vaccine.
Be part of the solution. I will do my part.
Welcome back to Inside Government. Once again, the Safety Ambassadors Committee is being joined here on this edition with yours truly. And now into our final part of the program, I'll have Mr. Silvanico explain to us who will instruct the children in this program.
Sharissa and Miss Ernica and Olga are educators, and actually together with them a lot of time went into developing lessons for the group 6. So the instruction will mainly be done by the teachers of group 6, and by putting so much effort in developing the programs, the lessons, we secure that every child in group 6 will receive the same lesson. And there are PowerPoint presentations prepared, there are fun activities prepared, so we know it will be brought in a high quality manner by all the teachers and in a very fun way.
Yes, keeping everyone engaged.
Yes,
And
indeed.
in doing so, why are the teachers receiving a digital guide? Is this a way for you to be also monitoring how the progress is going within a class of teaching the program onto students? Ms. Ernica and Sharitza, if you could answer us on this.
Yes. So for digital guide, it's environmentally positive. This can be made accessible everywhere. It is also easily updated by the team. Content can be shareable. It's also easy on the eyes, they can zoom in and zoom out as they feel necessary. And if they have read aloud features on their computer, this is also possible. And it takes up no space at all. And it will not tarnish over time. So it would always be there and in good condition.
And Sharitza, your take, why are the teachers receiving a digital guide?
It was important for us to provide as teachers with a resource that was easily accessible to them. So regardless of where they are, whether they're at home or in school, they have access to these resources. And we also felt that it was important that understanding how busy teachers are, that they have an entire packet with the resources, that they have all the information they need to execute the program effectively. So this is one of the reasons why we established the digital education guide manual for the teachers, to ensure that their resources are easily accessible and easy to maintain over a period of time.
Okay. Aspects of the program was funded by Netherlands Red Cross. How did this happen, and why did the Netherlands Red Cross come on board? Ms. Ernica van Putten.
Yes. So Mr. Thomas Markey, Mitchell Hosford, and Sean Peterson initially had an unrelated meeting with Ms. Mussington's service. Seeing that Mr. Markey was the disaster risk reduction project manager at the time, disaster preparedness talk came up, along with a disaster risk reduction book Now, when Mr. Markey heard about this program, he then met with both Ms. Mussington Service and Mr. Pauletta, who were already working on this idea for an entire school curriculum. He immediately embraced the vision and saw an opportunity to collaborate. Not only did Mr. Markey and Mr. Peterson participate actively in the program, they also submitted a request to fund the Safety Ambassadors program. As such, the Netherlands Red Cross funded costs related to illustrations, layouts.
Why is school safety important to the fire department? Savanico.
Yes, Charity. The task of the fire department is to prevent loss of life, injuries, and damage to property. And by bringing a safety program in the schools and making the youths safety ambassadors, we can reach their families, we can create safer homes, safer communities, and so a safer St. Maarten. And as earlier mentioned, this is for the long run, so that we are equipping them to be safety ambassadors for life.
Okay, thank you. What is the role of the SSSD in school safety, Ms. Olga Mussington Service?
Yes, the Ministry of Education is busy with comprehensive school safety, like the rest of the region. And the Student Support Services Division is responsible for the implementation of school safety for St. Maarten. I am the school safety focal point, and it is my responsibility, together with my team, to ensure that we have all in place according to the roadmap for school safety. So this is something that will continue happening, because you can never put your guard down in ensuring that our students, our teachers, and all persons within the school environment is safe.
Okay, well, this brings us to the end of this program. I'd like to thank you very much, the Safety Ambassadors Committee members. Thank you very much for joining us and being a part of this edition of Inside Government. To our radio listeners and television viewers, thank you for tuning in and being a part of this edition of Inside Government. If you have missed our broadcast, be sure to log on to the official government's website at stmartengov.org for video on demand, or for a rebroadcast of this program, do tune in to St. Maarten Gov Radio 107.9 FM. On behalf of our team at the Department of Communication, I am Charity Dunker. Thank you very much for tuning in.